So, this is not actually true. If you've ever read the book Dark Matter, in fact, I think it's going to be a series or a movie coming out soon. But if you example of physically moving through multiple timelines, in that book, the main character, something happens and he's literally going to different timelines and he's seeing himself. He's meeting himself in those timelines. So if you were physically moving, whether it be 4D, 5D, or anything above that, then you would encounter yourself or had the possibility to encounter yourself. If you're moving backwards and forwards in 4D, physically, you would be able to walk up to yourself as a child. You would be able to have lunch with yourself as, a grandma. Now, there's lots of ramifications for that. However, that's what we're talking about when we mean physically moving through time and space. So, what most people are talking about when they're shifting timelines is that their consciousness awareness has shifted from one timeline into the next, meaning that the mind of you, the part of you in your brain that knows that it's you inside a body, that is what is shifting. And note, when we're talking about moving through the dimensional stages, it's levels of awareness that this is happening. So in the 3D, it's still happening whether you are aware of it or not. In the 4D, there's an awareness of shifting back and forth, but you may not be aware that you're actually in 5D, which is shifting into multiple timelines. And a lot of us have the capability of accessing even higher levels, degrees of freedom. So we're able to shift into not just parallel Earths, but other universes. Some of us might even be able to access the multiverse, where there are completely wildly different paths coming from our starting point. As far as I know, there's not too many people who are even able to access above that, which would be able to access other universes that had a different starting point than the Big Bang kind of thing. But all of that is the point of developing this is conscious awareness. So awareness is being aware that you're doing it, but consciously being able to use it, consciously being able to pick a point, consciously being able to say, I'm going to go. That's where most of us are working with. So when you are consciously projecting your awareness back in time to do an inner child healing, you are actively and consciously accessing fourth dimensional awareness. When you are consciously doing work to bring your brain and your heart into alignment so that you can shift into a more desirable timeline, that is consciously accessing 5D awareness. The act of what we're trying to do is be conscious about it, but in no way, shape, or form are most people physically moving, though I do believe it's possible. And I'm sure at some point in history, I am very, very positive that we developed that ability and we had that ability.